2025 Medallion press briefing and to let you hear about this year's 7-day, 12-clue, lots of miles and soggy shoe quest this year. This was started in 2009 and has continued to be a popular event and a great time suck next to the NCAA tournament for workers. So there's probably some employers who are really happy to have their employees back after searching. It was fun seeing the engagement of the citizens in positive ways. You know, thanks to the Festival Medallion Quest administrators on Facebook. They have a great page that has 3,000 or 4,000 folks who share ideas and encouragement and humor with the process, and it just helps again build community. It is a wonderful reflection of our town, of the best we kind of have to offer, to come together and to put on our creative hats and try to solve problems from obscure clues that make either perfect sense or no sense at all. And I know you're wanting to hear a little bit more about how all that came to be. So I'll invite Crystal Hammerschmidt and this year's winners to come and reveal the medallion and how they got to the right place at the right time. So.
Thanks everybody for being here. I didn't totally hear what Brad had to say, a little bit of it.
It was heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking nonsense.
Yeah, it's an academy thing.
Well, I want to introduce Maddie Lytle.
Hi.
And her husband Brandon. We have an excellent prize package, and I was explaining to Maddie a little bit. We have $2,000 in art bucks that you get to spend in the art show, $1,000 cash, 4 tickets to our patron party, which is our big art party on Thursday night to kick off the arts events, festival t-shirts, probably a little other swag. And then also in this bag, a tradition that was started, I don't know how many years ago, but 2013, that the medallion winner has typically purchased a gift. So there's a festival gift from last year's winner in the bag.
Oh, awesome.
To give to you to kind of like pass it on. And I'm going to maybe let you share a little bit about like what this is. You can show this off. Our location was back behind the Y, the new trail, if you guys haven't been back there, so it's hidden. And I'll let you tell your story about kind of how you got there and maybe what clues tipped you off for this find.
Well, first off, I would like to say that this is like awesome. And we've searched for this for like 20 years, my family and I. And when I found it, I was with my mom. We work at the same place, Salina Family, and I was like, okay, we're gonna go look over lunch. We're really close. And when I found it, I just said, oh my God. And we're like whisper screaming. So you're like, oh my gosh, I found it. And then there was literally no one around. Like we were the only people there. And you're like, oh my gosh, I found it. So we're just looking, flipping over logs and looking underneath trees and stuff, because the wood under wood, we thought really it was maybe bark on a tree of some sort. And then we keep walking, and my mom had pointed out, well, here's the brown and white that was in one of the clues, and it was one of the sheds and then a white soccer goal. And I was like, okay, it has to be in this area if it's even over here at all. And then I thought, okay, turn to liquid, the river is this direction, so I turn around and there's this tree laying down. And I go over and I kind of look at you can tell multiple people have searched over there because the grass is a little flat. And I'm looking at it, looking at the bark. And then I look down at the tree and there's this odd colored stump here. I'm like, this doesn't look like it's any of the trees that are around. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go around and risk maybe poison ivy. I don't know what poison ivy looks like. I don't know what it looks like, but I was like, it's fine. I'm just going to dip under here and look at it. And so I flip it over. It has this rubber band attached to it. And attached to it is like a Twix bar. And I'm like, okay, I feel like someone's messing with us, and it's like, oh, haha, someone's gonna find this, and it's gonna be a Twix bar, and I think they found the medallion. And so I pull it out, and I walk over to my mom, and I'm like, this is weird, it's a Twix bar. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna feel it. Doesn't feel like a Twix bar. This feels weird and like squishy kind of. And so I peel back, and it was like, we talk about Willy Wonka and the golden ticket. You see the like end of the word medallion on it, and you're like, oh my god, medallion! So as like a Selenian, you're just pumped. And so we like run and hide it, but we're trying not to walk as super fast to draw attention, but not walk too slow. And we're hiding it with a jacket, and like we get to the car and we celebrate, and then we, you know, come to this address here, and we're just excited, and yeah, it's just awesome. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad you didn't take a bite of that.
Yeah.
Not
Not real,
bar in
yeah.
there.
Where did you look before you got to that?
We had really looked at Lakewood. We had even looked downtown too. I have a 19-month-old son, and we took him to Lakewood yesterday when it was misting and raining and going through the mud and looking under sticks and stuff, and he had a grand old time. But my husband actually said we have a Medallion hunters group, and this morning the clue came out, what was it, Crystal Clear or something? Clear Mind. And he's like, I don't know, I feel like that's something to do with mental health and like behind the YMCA. And I was like, okay, Mom, we're going on lunch. And then it just happened like 15 minutes later. So if you're hunting for the medallion, take the 15 minutes during your lunch break, because you never know that you might find it. So yeah.
The exact location was about equal distance between the cone at the very end of the trail and the Y entryway up by their parking lot, and that gravel trail that's the entry point. It was about a quarter mile each direction to get there.
So you really made him go on a hike then.
We did.
I appreciate that.
We did.
Were there any of the clues that were like crazily interpreted that you saw or talked to people that you thought were
Well, I'm
absolutely
wondering
ludicrous?
how many people now know what clue related to the Twix bar.
Okay, so I might, but this comes from my mom. She was definitely my partner in crime in getting behind the YMCA. I'm just the one who found it and dug around. She thinks that the Wascally Wabbit, the Tricks,
Oh,
and he has a
that's
lisp.
good.
It's
He would
Twix.
say Twix.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So she was right on that. But, yeah.
Good job, Mom.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yay! You did so good.
This will be like so my maiden name is Schreiber. I'm now Lytle because I'm married to Brandon, but this is like the Schreiber family legacy. Like, we found the medallion. The Schreiber family found the medallion. So
And you guys mentioned that you're gonna have a great place to put all
Yes.
this new artwork.
yes,
that you-
so I actually have a bachelor's in fine arts and emphasis in interior design. So I love art. But we actually close on our first home on Monday.
That's so cool.
So we're excited to put some of that really awesome artwork that I could never afford prior and just gawked at when we went to the Riverfest and put it up in our home. So yeah. So
Well, this is yours.
Thank you.
All of that.
Thank you.
And to Crystal's point as a wrap up, this all started 17 years ago as a way to raise awareness of the 125 exhibiting artists at the festival. These folks travel from 32 states, 27 states, something. I read the press release. From a lot of different states, half the states in the country, and this is their living. And two of the things that happen in Salina for those artists, number one is they receive excellent service and care from the professional staff here and the volunteers who take them tea and water. But the other thing that happens is sales. And That's what sustains them, and there are, contrary to popular belief, there are some very affordable things there. But patronage is really important because they become ambassadors for this event all over the country. And while some shows are getting smaller or closing, Omaha just closed their show after 50 years last year. Salina continues to be strong, and your support and your advocacy and your presence at the festival makes the difference. So thanks to everybody that's here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
on,
Thank you.
it's